The lights inside the America's Got Talent theater were bright, but the atmosphere felt unusually
winner of the
quiet.
prestigious Star Award
No
is...
flashing graphics, no dramatic build-up. Just a Filipino family standing hand in hand at the center of the stage. A father, a mother, and their 2 children. Simple clothes, nervous smiles, and eyes filled with hope. No one in the audience quite knew what to expect, and even the judges looked curious rather than excited. Simon Cowell leaned forward slightly. He had seen thousands of auditions. Big voices, emotional stories, and surprise talents were nothing new to him. But something about this family felt different. There was a stillness, a kind of humility that made the room settle down. The host asked them why they came. The father took a breath and spoke softly. He explained that they were not famous, not trained performers, and not wealthy. They were a family from the Philippines who sang together at home, during hard times and good times. Music, he said, was how they stayed strong when life tested them. The mother squeezed her children's hands. She shared how they had faced struggles back home, long workdays, missed meals, and moments when giving up felt easier than believing. Singing together was their comfort. It was how they reminded each other that they were never alone. There were no dramatic tears yet, no applause. Just silence. The kind of silence that means people are listening. Simon asked one simple question. Why now? The older child answered, voice shaking but honest. Because this stage was their dream. Because they wanted the world to see that family still matters. And because they wanted to make their parents proud. The music began gently. No loud intro. Just a soft piano melody that wrapped around the theater like a warm blanket. The father started singing first. His voice wasn't flashy, but it was deep and full of emotion. You could hear years of sacrifice in every note. Then the mother joined in. Her voice blended perfectly, steady and comforting, like someone who has carried others through storms. When the children joined, something magical happened. Their harmonies didn't just sound good. They felt real, honest, alive. The audience leaned forward. Phones slowly lowered. People stopped whispering. Even the judges stopped writing notes. As the song built, the family sang about hope, about holding on, about love that doesn't break even when life does. It wasn't just a performance. It was a story told through sound. Halfway through, the camera caught Simon Cowell's face. His expression had changed. The usual tough, critical look was gone. His eyes were fixed on the stage, unblinking. For the first time that night, he wasn't judging. He was feeling. The final chorus came, stronger but never forced. The family stood closer together, voices rising as one. The children looked at their parents. The parents looked back. It was clear this wasn't about winning a show. This was about sharing something deeply personal with the world. When the last note faded, there was a brief moment of silence. Then the theater exploded. The audience stood instantly, applause crashing like waves. People were crying openly. Some hugged strangers beside them. The judges rose to their feet, clapping without hesitation. Simon stayed seated for a moment longer. He looked down, then back at the family. When he finally stood, the applause grew even louder. The host tried to speak, but the crowd wouldn't quiet down. When the judges finally shared their thoughts, one said that this was the purest audition of the season. Another said they felt reminded of why this show exists. But everyone waited for Simon. Simon took a deep breath. He admitted something rare. He said that in all his years on this stage, it was easy to forget the simple power of togetherness. He said this audition wasn't about perfection. It was about truth. He paused. The family held hands tighter. Simon said that moments like this don't need coaching or criticism. They need to be celebrated. Then he reached forward. The golden buzzer was pressed. Golden confetti rained down from above as the theater erupted once again. The children screamed in disbelief. The mother covered her mouth, overwhelmed. The father dropped to his knees, tears falling freely. The golden light filled the stage, but the brightest thing there wasn't the buzzer. It was the look on that family's faces. Shock, gratitude, and pure joy all at once. Simon walked up to the stage and shook their hands. He told them they didn't just sing a song. They reminded millions of people watching at home what family means. As they stood under the falling gold, the audience chanted their name. Not because they were perfect, but because they were real. That night, a Filipino family didn't just earn a golden buzzer. They touched hearts across the world. And if you're watching this right now, feeling tired, discouraged, or alone, remember this moment. Remember that sometimes, the most unexpected voices come together to create the most unforgettable miracles. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs hope today. Because music, family, and love still have the power to change everything.